Yo, my beautiful people, man, I had to change the scenery up. It was a nice day, and I figured why not just record in the backyard? So I throw in a little snap, you know what I'm talking about? We here, you feel me? Because the hair jacked up and I ain't really shaved or nothing yet, you know what I'm saying? So bear with your boy. But look, I just put up this little grass wall joint on my basketball. Let me know what y'all think about the grass wall and if I could do something better with it for the basketball court. And then we got the new trampoline in the backyard for them babies. They've been enjoying themselves on that thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a vibe, God been good. But listen, we're gonna talk today about GJ. It is Sunday, you know the market closed, it opened up later today. And there's a lot of buy opportunities on GJ, right? We wanna go over that for sure. You feel me? But before we do that, you know I gotta give you a scripture of the day. What's crazy about this scripture is I bet a lot of y'all didn't even know this was in the Bible because I didn't even know it was in there. My wife saw somebody talk about it on TikTok. She told me and I said, dang, that's crazy. All right. So you know how in this generation we talk about cutting people off, right? We cut people off, right? They do us wrong, whatever, we cut them off, get them out of our life, right? The Bible talk about that too. It's crazy work, right? So we're gonna go with Titus chapter 3, verse 10. Some of you already know, some of my seasoned saints already know this, but I ain't never seen it, right? If people are causing you division, get them one warning, right? Get them a second warning, and then after that, have nothing to do with them. Ooh, why the Bible so cold like that? But I bet you I didn't even know that, right? So if you got people in life, let's say you giving advice to people, they never take it, right? Cut them off, bro. They ain't trying to hear none of that, right? Let's say you trying to tell people your dreams, your goals, your visions, and all they coming with is negative talk. It's time for you to get cut out. You know what I'm talking about? I need people around me with like-minded, you know what I'm saying? I need like-minded people around me. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what that is. But man, we're gonna get into this breakdown. But before we do that real quick, I gotta tell you this. I do got a free Telegram below. I know it's a lot going on in the world. Like I told y'all before, a lot about to start happening. So what better way for me to give y'all some stuff for free, man? I wanna give y'all breakdowns, you know what I'm saying? Trade setups, crypto plays. I just wanna pour it back into y'all in case you lose your job or any of that type of stuff. I wanna be where I want you to have a community to where, you know, you get all the plays you need when stuff start happening, because that's be the best way I'll be able to communicate with y'all in this time to get everybody, you know, together. So let's do it. Make sure you click that link below for free, join that group, and it's lit. Let's get to the breakdown. Yo, so this right here, you already know what time it is. It's GJ. All right, listen, it's the people's pair. They love this pair. You feel me? I feel like GJ be feeding families for real. They really do. All right. I only buy on GJ, right? I just love buys. I mean, I always love catching them buys everywhere, right? I mean, they give you so many of them. They give you a lot of sales too, but a lot more buys. The buys are just definitely more interesting than the sales to me, except this sale. This sale was nasty. You know what I'm saying? Pretty nasty, but I love looking for the bounces and catching buys on here. So since it's Sunday, the market isn't quite open until later on tonight. But I do want to give you plays this week for GJ. All right. So you notice we took a dip. First thing I want you to notice is that you already know, I told you, anytime the candles get away from the moving averages, you know they got to eventually come back and touch them. They got away from both. So we know we got some type of nice pullback coming, right? Market structure will play a major key in here. So that's one of the first things I noticed when I looked at this chart. Okay, we're away from the moving averages. They're going to eventually have to come back and touch it. If you look at every inch of the market, all of it comes back and touched the moving average. Everywhere, no matter how far it got out, we came back and touched. All right. So that's one thing I look at. Second thing I might look at is a stochastic. We do see stochastic, and this is on the H1, by the way. Stochastic is fairly low. So we already did get slight, you know, momentum up, but not too much yet because, you know, the market's closed. Now, one thing I want you guys to note, especially for my new people, is that on Sundays, usually when the market opens, there's a gap. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's like a 15 pip gap, like the market might start here. It might open up here and you'll have this little gap in the middle, right? Just know that usually when there's a gap, if the market starts way above, like right here, usually around 70% of the time, it usually will come back down to where price was originally at. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you want to trade that, keep that in mind. All right. If the market usually starts, you know, down here or something, then usually it might make its way back up and then finish market structure. So that's just, you know, stuff you can look out for over time. All right. So I do notice GJ has came down. It is due for a pullback, right? It came right down to this zone. Right, equal. Remember I tell you about the support and resistance zones. Remember I tell you about you know, playing horse or playing pig, whatever game you like to play in basketball. You copy what this person do. This one bounced and went up. So what do we expect this one to do? Bounce and go up. How far? Maybe it's here, or maybe just a little bit. And then they might come back down and then give you another bounce. Eventually, it will get back up in this territory. Just check the dates and kind of see, how long it took for it to get up there. We can kind of monitor. All right, now these are strong zones because they are on the H1. So we will get some type of pullback here. Potentially. If it doesn't, your next levels, if you're going to do limit orders or buy limit orders, sell limit orders, let me go over that real quick. If you look on the side of my screen, if you don't have this broker, please click the link below to get this broker, right? So you can get all the stuff that I'm talking about in this video, as well as make sure you get add yourself to the free Telegram down there so I can give y'all some game on trading and crypto, because we're trying to make sure everybody get paid. You feel me? Disclaimer, can't promise you a dang thing, and you can lose all your money. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep it 100. But look, over here, we got our ladders, our order ladders, right? So all I got to do is glance on the green for my buys, and this is like setting me pending orders. So if I think the market's going to go up about right here, I could just click there. I could set take profit, right in there. I can also set a stop loss. So right here, I would set, let's say I'm doing, $3.50. If the market goes up, 114 pips, I'll make 2 bands, right? 114 pips this way to the upside, I'll make 2 bands, right? And that's if, the market's right here and it goes up to there. All right, that's $2,700. Good. Set stop loss. Stop loss usually goes to the previous zone down below, so that'll be right here. Let's say I'll lose 1,800 if I lose the trade, right? And it's boom, right? You can lock that in, and you're good to go. All right. So that's usually how you set those. All right, and this is the sell one over here. So my buy over here, sell over here. I could do that on whatever point. All right. So now that we're getting back to business. All right, so the market is coming down. We know it's due for some type of pullback buy, right? We know that's coming. So that's a good little scalp. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to buy right here, right? Wherever it's at, and you think it's going to continue to go up. How far do you think it's going to go up? You come up here to the zones, right? Whatever area rejected, turned around, that's a level, a zone, support resistance zone. So this is resistance. All right, resistance zones. Usually the market goes from one zone to the next zone. All right, then it tries to break through that one. If it does, it will continue to pull back and then try to go to another zone. So that's all you need to remember. So if the market goes here, let's say you got in here, your stop loss again could go at this zone right here, below it, right? So let's just kind of make that visual for you. So let's say I got in right there. My stop loss will go here, about right there. And my take profit, let's say here. Okay, so I will lose 740. And if it goes up to, where I believe it could go, I'll make 2,600. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Stop loss there at the previous zone, or you can go even lower, depending on your risk size and what you want to do, you can go even lower. All right, so if you feel like, I'm gonna make a bigger stop loss of 1,400, you can say that. If it comes down here, I lose 1,400. If it goes up here, I make 2,600, and you can just leave it like that. All right, and now you in the game. Okay, lock that in. So remember, market goes from one zone to the next. Once you got that understood, let me show you what you can do next, right? Now, I do believe eventually we're going to get our price way back up here. But this is what you got to look for, okay? So your on GJ, I would say your price points will be, if it continues, let's say it does this and then wants to come down, I say around 194-ish in this area. Let me see, where we at? So you could get a bounce here. And this is how I base my bounces, y'all. I base my bounces off what the market has previously done before. What do I mean by that? All right, so let me erase this so you can see. We see what happened right here with this bounce, right? And we're in the same spot. Now, does it do it 100% of the time? No, but it's likely that it's going to do it, at least halfway, right? So the market came down, it bounced here and shot up pretty good, right? Shot up to about here. we could expect that same type of move here, right? It could literally happen like this. And it could play out the same way. So if this was a big move, I'm expecting a big move. Does that always happen? No, but that's what I'm expecting based off what it's done before. Look at this one. You see this big move right here? And then look at this move. They look exactly the same, don't they? So I would be expecting this to go up like this one did right here. So that's how I get my moves, y'all. So if you're wondering like how you catch them good plays, base it off what's happened before, right? Especially if you're on the H1, H4 daily, something like that, you should be good to go, right? You should get excited about that. And you could do this in any market, crypto, stocks, options, it don't matter. It all works the same, okay? So you just gotta, as long as you can leverage your account right on this lot size and you don't go crazy with your account size, it gotta match. Your lot size gotta match your account size or it's gonna get ugly, okay? Because if you go into too much drawdown, it's gonna get ugly for you, all right? So I believe this could go up here, but we will have a gap first, so we gotta see what that look like. If it doesn't, if it passes here, let's say the market continues down, I'm gonna look to the left, right? And I'm gonna find other areas. Now, these areas are cool. We got bounces, but the buy wasn't too crazy, right? The buys that are crazy is right here, right? So I can have limit orders right here, like buy limits at 194, 156. That'll be a good buy limit. This will be a good buy limit. That's a lot of pips, right? So whatever this is, and if you ever need to know what this is and you can't see it, just come grab your horizontal line and put it right there. So you can kind of see what that is. So that's about 193.716. That's another good buy order limit. And then also down here, 192. And if you want to go to the bottom, I would say about 192.85, somewhere in there. Those are also good buy limit orders, right? And that means you just set those there, and it doesn't open the trade until the market hits that, right? So you'll be good. Those will be safe. So that's kind of how you place your buys based on what the market has done before, right? If we gave you a big move before, chances are it's a strong zone. It's going to give you a big move again. This one moved a lot of pips, right? So really good stuff. This one moved a lot of pips. So we're expecting some big pips this week coming up, right? And that's how you look at that, all right? So now, what do you do? Let's say that the market does go up right here. What do you do? All right, let the market get up a good enough amount. So let's say we here, and let's say, we get a little pullback here and we start coming up like this, right? I'm going to tell you what to do. Whenever the market goes up, wait for that pullback. As long as you still good on entering, it ain't came all the way down. As soon as that pullback and we start getting that engulfing candle, meaning that candle starting to push up some more, then you take your stop loss wherever it was. So let's say your stop loss was here. You now take that stop loss and move that stop loss to the pullback. All right. That's what you do. So if I hit settings, I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna move the stop, make it red, make the stop loss red, boom. All right. So your stop loss here now, it's in profit. So whatever profit was right here, you secured that. So if the market continues up, right? Let's say we continue up, we get a nice little pullback here, but it doesn't hit your stop. And then it pulls back again and end up going this way. Guess what? Now you take that stop loss and you move it to the next pullback. And if it just continues to do this, right, and it continues up during the week, you just keep trailing that stop loss to the next pullback. All right. Now, sometimes the market structure ain't that pretty. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to look that good. Sometimes. And sometimes it will. Sometimes it won't. You can see this is still market structure, but it don't look as appeasing, right? It's a little choppy. But sometimes it will look as good as this. You know what I'm saying? And you just, as long as we keep going, we keep trailing it. And eventually, the market may come on the way down and smack that. But by then, you just secured all the profit that's down here. You done made your money, you're good, right? So that's kind of how you can kind of monitor your trades and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to holding your trades longer, again, just keep in mind that your lot size plays a big part. As long as you got your stop loss, you know what you're willing to risk, you should be good. As long as it's at a previous zone, if you feel like it's too much of a tight stop loss, then just move it to where it's a better stop. You know what I'm saying? Where you give a little more room for some growth. And then again, don't worry about it. Like, that's it. Once you set your stop loss, you got your TP. Don't even worry about it. Put your phone in your pocket. Go to a different browser, get on the internet, YouTube videos or something. let the trade run, you know, especially if you're on the hour, let it run for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. Let it run for 2, 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And just see what happens. If you hit your stop, cool. You know, you will have something to hit your stop. But as long as you cut your losses quickly and you keep your losses minimal and then you let the winners run, you're going to be good. I'm telling you. The winners are going to run. You're going to be having a good old time. All right? When you look back and realize that the market never came and hit your stop, let's say it got real close, like right in there, but it never hit it. And then you wake up in the morning, the market up here, and you sitting fat in profit. You go ahead and just move that thing on up, secure your profits, and you're good to go. All right. So that's what I expect on GJ this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. You know, on how it's looking. Make sure you get in that Telegram below for free, man, and just get in there. We can vibe out. Like I said, I'll be posting just crypto plays and Forex plays. Just want to just bless the people, man. That's just really what I'm trying to do. I'm in that element where I just want to bless the people, give y'all all the game I can on what's coming, because I know the world about to get crazy, and I just want people to be able to eat, you know what I'm saying, and provide for their people. So that's what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tap in down there and let me know what other videos you want to see. Again, I could do these trade breakdowns all week, all day, whatever you want me to do on whatever pair, and just kind of show you what I will be looking at. And we're going to do it like that in the group as well. So holla at your boy. Peace.